Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. When we are busy, mind is not a problem. We are not busy because we have nothing to look forward to in life. We are living only because we are not dying. Such a life is a burden that we carry. It is so necessary that we have to keep ourselves occupied. Then only the mind will not be a problem for us. Many people who are well to do, everything is settled in life, and yet they are frustrated. Now, what God can do? There is one lady, must be about 86 or so. She was a great musician, very nice. She used to have her music academy teaching and everything. Now, alone, husband gone. Now she was thinking, enough of music. Now what? Normally we get into depression because all alone, no husband, no children, no nothing, only ekameva advitiya. So one day I went to her place for a cup of tea. And like a small child, she was full of life. She said, Swamiji, guess what I am learning these days? 86 years. Guess what I am learning these days? I said, maybe because you are a musician, some new thing. No, music I had enough. Then, now I am learning painting and only the pencil sketching. And she brought her copy. See, this is how I started. First day it was like this. Then I saw, and again I checked. Slowly, now I have understood what is the meaning of painting or sketching. 86. Not bored. अमित जी अब मैं क्या करूँ एक लगाव कस के. Do not allow the child in you die. We have to learn. Something or the other. Old people are problem for others because they are not able to manage themselves. They want somebody or the other all the time around. See? It is so necessary. We have to learn something. Whichever field you are, or take something new. Then I showed her something, how the sketching coaching is going on online. She was seeing that. That very time, neighbor's child came. And the child was, he must be about 8 years, 9 years. Swamiji, I want to show you what I have drawn. I said, this is nothing. I will tell you. Can you do that? Show me. So I told her how to draw a 3D picture on a paper by the pencil. 3D picture. It should look like a 3D. Then she says, Swamiji, next time you come, I will show you. and she gone through the internet and learned. Next time when I went, she saw me check. So perfect. Learn, learn, learn. Now, if we take this process of learning, then we will come to learn from the experiences of our life. Then you will know we get disturbed, bored because we are not having something to look forward to. The day I came here on 13th, I think, so that morning I had no lecture. So anyway, today there is no morning lecture, let me sleep little more. Immediately you end up in laziness. See, friends, therefore learn whenever we are getting bored, we are a burden to ourselves. So the first thing is learn from your experiences. Now next step. When we talk about the mind and the thoughts, can the thoughts come to mind or somebody who is holding that mind? Are the winds disturbing the winds? No. The winds are disturbing the cloth. It is fluttering. Exactly the same way. Mind has no problem. But when we associate with the mind as somebody, then the problems begin. So what we have to learn, that whenever we have become somebody in association with something, the mind starts purgating thoughts. I am using a strong word. Mind starts purgating the thoughts constantly. Because you are not busy. See? It is so important. Therefore, meditation is not half an hour job, but we have to live in and through every moment in meditation. And for that, we have to learn from our experiences. Now what we have to learn? What is this world? This world has got two parameters. One is no change and second is constant change. No change is space. Without the no changing space, changes cannot be established. See? If you take a water bottle and it is filled up to the tip and tight, and then move the bottle, the water inside will not move because there is no emptiness. To move, emptiness is required. Now you remove a little water and then move. Naturally, the air bubble will move here and there. Exactly the same way. There are two things. One is constantly changing, other is not changing. Now, with whom we associate ourselves? If we associate ourselves with the constantly changing, such as the world around, then what will be our life? What will be our understanding? Oh, these days the things are changing so much. When we were children, it was not like that. These days, by all these past talks and memories, what do we get? Frustration. So learn. Things are changing, yes. But you are the same, you are not changed. Unless a changeless factor is recognized, changes cannot be any educative support for us. This is what old people do. In one place I went, a Marwadi house, and there the old man, when I saw him, I did namaskar. They had very beautiful Bhagwan Krishna's vigraha. Puja was going on. Old people. Somebody, where are you from? See? Not ready to live in the present, wherever we are. So I had to respect the old man. I am from Vrindavan, because you must match. When Krishna is there, if you say, I am from Varanasi, go away. This is meditation. So you are from Vrindavan. Vrindavan has changed so much in last 40 years. I said, Babaji, come. So I took him near the sink. I said, don't wash your hands, look into the mirror. He looked into the mirror. I asked, 40 years before, was it the same? Have you not changed? Now, here we can recognize these two principles. The one who is talking about the changes and the changes which are happening, are they not true? When you say that 40 years before it was different, are you not different? We don't get that experience that we have changed. It is the grace of the society, they remind us. See, Dadaji, please sit down. Don't call me Dadaji before everybody. Call me uncle. A Buddha, call uncle. So why this is said? Because we don't have the experience of change. Things around us are changing. And therefore, what is the meditation? Hold on to that which is not changing. Again learn. That which is finite is subject to change. The infinite cannot change. What is the finite? Finite is whatever you see. Even if you are doing the japa, it is finite. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram, 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 Sri Ram, Jai Ram. Change. Because it is finite. Now, if you want to hold on to the unchanging principle that we are, then what is unchanging? Infinite is unchanging. Finite is changing. There are two ways. If you are associating with the finite, if you take it strongly that you are a body, nothing wrong. Okay, you are a body. Then accept everything that is associated with the body. The body is born, body is growing, body will have health issues, body will have problems, body will die. Accept it and live gracefully. But problem is, we, the unchanging reality, associate with the changing phenomena and expect that the changing phenomena should not change. How that is possible? And then we struggle. Meditation, meditation, meditation. So, if we think mind we are, never mind, then yes, mind will change. Mind will have thoughts. Let them have, who cares? In short, our association with the changing, if that does not influence us, then we are living in meditation. If our association with the changing is influencing us, then we are samsari. See? Therefore, let us remain more and more aware of that which is not changing. So, we start now playing meditation. When we play meditation, what happens? We do not become meditator. Like when the children play home, brother, sister, they become husband, wife. They are playing. They don't become husband, wife. They are just playing. In the same manner, play meditation. So playing meditation is what? Meditation without meditator. See? So many techniques are given. The common technique which we all know is japa. So when we chant the Lord's name, it is finite. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. So it has a beginning, modification, end. Beginning, modification, end. Constantly changing. Now we want to hold on to something unchanging reality. What is unchanging? The silence is unchanging. Silence is not created, doesn't get modified, remains same. So we now make the silence or the absence of the sound as an object of our awareness. We are not doing meditation. We are becoming aware of the silence. Not by closing the ears, not by going to the Himalayas, wherever we are. When we remain aware of silence, sounds will have no freedom to disturb us. Sounds will be there, but we don't get disturbed. To spend more and more time on this. Now, when we are remaining in utter silence, exactly what is happening? Now remain for a few moments and then we'll try to learn. Get out. Get out. So, we remain silent. Now you have your own experience. Now let us learn something from this experience. When we are trying to remain aware of silence, the mind comes to your help to suggest something. Simply sitting quiet, what is this? Instead of that, I should take Lord's name. Unosha, Unosha, Unosha. One thing happens, or other thing is what? You go to sleep. Third, if we remain aware, then you will know that when you are silent, your asana becomes sthir. At the base. And vertically, the body becomes steady. Because the moving factor inside is the mind. If the mind is steady, like in a pot, there is water or milk, and if you start churning, the movement of the water or the milk in the pot will have impact on the pot. In the same manner, when we are consciously working on this, listening to silence, but this silence is disturbed by our own talking, the mind starts suggesting. Is it not wastage of time? Keep silent, keep silent. What are you going to get by this thing? No, I should do something. See, this is what happens. And therefore, we have not only to listen to silence, but also stop producing sounds. Two things together now. We are not talking and we are not getting disturbed by external sounds, meaning listening to silence. Initially, it appears difficult. The journey of 1,000 steps begin with one step. Here, we are not doing meditation, but we are undoing our earlier wrong notions about meditation. We are not becoming meditator, but we are unbecoming meditator. So meditation is an art of undoing and unbecoming. Underline, without going to sleep. It is easy to be extremist. Either eat or eat lot, or observe strict fast, don't eat. It's easy. That is not spiritual life. Bhagavan says, Yuktahara viharasya, yukta cheshtasya karmasu, yukta swapnavabodhasya, yogo bhavati dukkhaha. Yoga becomes the destroyer of the miseries when we have yuktahara vihara, balance in our life. Perfect balance. How much we get involved, how much we withdraw. How much we talk, how much we are silent. How much we eat, how much we don't eat. Because the breakfast is good, therefore eat up to the nose, and then again lunch comes, so how can you say no? But the food is extremely tasty, and yet you eat a little quantity. That is yoga. So when we come to this clear understanding, life is a matrix of two, changing and not changing. We are presently lost in the changing world. And from there, we have to come to the unchanging reality. And this getting lost is not through action, but through misunderstanding. Misunderstanding cannot be corrected by action, but it can be corrected by right understanding. A right understanding is this. Things are changing, we are the same. Now to remain in this unchanging reality, what should be our approach to life? First, changes were happening to the body, not to us. Now if we are dissociating ourselves with the body in letter and spirit, we will not talk about our past. Because past belongs to the body, not to us. Body doesn't say, I was young, I was old. We say. So what is living in meditation? Don't talk about your past. If you are not interested in your own past, will you be interested in somebody else's past? This is one big leap on the spiritual journey. This spiritual journey is not spatio-temporal journey. We don't cross distances. We don't take time to cross the distances. From the imaginary to the real. Imaginary keeps on changing. Real is ever the same. Therefore, living in meditation is whenever whatever we are supposed to do as an obligation to our own life, it must be done in a cheerful, happy mode. You are in meditation. But what normally is our approach? We do the things to get happiness. Don't do the things to get happiness. Don't seek happiness in life. Express happiness in life. Whatever has to be done has to be done cheerfully and happily. Or else don't do it. We are living in meditation. Second principle, many of us have got some kind of imaginary fear in meditation. Like, some people ask this question, from that I come to know. I don't have fear. But from the questions I understand, the fear is, one person asked this question. Suppose, as you say, we get out of the body identification, and suppose I am out of the body, and if I forget to enter, then what will happen? To whom? To you or to body? Or else, when I sit for meditation, when they learn the meditation on the internet through Google Ananda, then the animation is so beautiful. The person is sitting there and slowly, slowly with the meditation and on Kundalini, the, the, um, the column of the blue light goes up, 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 and to that extent this person is lifted from the ground, slowly goes up. Levitation is happening, meditation. Again question comes. Suppose I start levitating, where it will end? You will go to sun and burn it. Doubts, confusion. Therefore, meditation is constant awareness of two things. One, now to understand this, I'll give first example, then this will become easy. In a school, class 1, class 2, the boys and the girls were making a lot of noise because the teacher had not come, playing and making noise. So one student just said, "Hey, Miss is coming." Everybody kept quiet. They are not seen Miss has come or not. She is coming, so keep quiet. What is that? Is it action? No. It is awareness that a Miss is coming. Now apply the same principle. In our heart is our Guru and our God. Guru guides us from within and God protects us from within. There will be two results. One, fear will not come in your way. Two, like the children, where they were just told that Miss is coming, the moment they become aware, all their unwanted pranks came to an halt. In the same manner, if we remain in this awareness that the Lord is in my heart and He is knowing before I perform. Before I do something, it is known by the Divine. Before I speak something, it is heard by Him. Before I think something, it is understood by. When we are aware of this, wrong actions, wrong words, wrong thoughts will not erupt in our mind. And this is a 24/7 business. Now, whether we are going the right way or not, how do we know? To whom to ask? No, we don't have to ask anybody. We have to become aware that our living in this world, is it creating dents and dashes on our mind in the form of memories? If our activities in world are not creating any impressions on our mind, we are living in meditation. Impressions are only two: likes and dislikes. Now, here one caution: there is no possibility that we will not have even 1% likes and dislikes. It is not possible. Liking and disliking is associated with the mind. You cannot claim wrong things. Like, for example, one lady told me once in Calcutta, Swamiji, today you have solved my problem of life. I said, very good. Do you know what? I said, I don't know, and I don't want to know. As long as you are happy, continue. No, but I want to tell you. I said, okay. Because you hear me for 1 hour, 1.5 hours, you have to take the revenge. So I had to listen. So he said, you told that it is not possible to love everybody in the whole world. Therefore, if you cannot love anybody, don't condemn yourself. This has solved my problem. Why? Because we were told only love everybody, love everybody. And I was unable to do that with my mother-in-law. And that was troubling me every now and then. So all my spiritual practice was held up there. How can I love my mother-in-law? She is such a terrible. She has tortured me when I came here. Now love her, I can't. So that was constant struggle. But you told it is natural. Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, Indriyasya indriyasyarthe ragadvesho vyavastito tayo vasham na agachet tau yasya paripantino. It is natural that we have liking, disliking for something or the other. That is not the problem. But when we come under the influence of the likes and dislikes, and that influence is manifested in our actions and thoughts, then the samsara begins. Therefore, what is to be done? First of all, forgive yourself. Second thing, remain indifferent to the person to whom you are not at home with. Don't imagine and then suffer. No. So when we are thus remaining more and more aware that there will be likes and dislikes, but let us not come under the influence of them. Slowly, the mind will learn not to react. when the waters are shallow and even a dry leaf falls on the shallow water starts reacting in the form of ripples. But if the waters are deep, and even if the ship sinks, there are no ripples. Exactly the same way. Where are we? Are we on the surface or in the depth? When we are in the waking experience, we are at the surface. When we are in dream, we have started going deeper. And when we are in deep sleep, we are in the depth of our being. So, as in deep sleep, what is our experience? First of all, we are neither inside the body, outside the body. We are there. We are neither here nor there. Space has disappeared. Now or then, time has disappeared. Nobody, so the body has disappeared. And the net result is we are happy. And the happiness doesn't come from outside because we have dropped everything. Then, where from the happiness comes? Bliss is our essential nature. Therefore, allow the bliss to manifest rather than seeking happiness through action. So all these things are in association with this bhavana that in our heart, our Guru Maharaj and Bhagavan is sitting, they are taking care of us. So the fear element will disappear. Now, next step. Whenever we become somebody, then alone the thoughts come in our mind. And that somebody is at the surface level, not in the depth. So, if we are sitting for our prayers, and if we become mother, then what will be the prayers? Krishna, Krishna, see that my son gets married. He is not wanting to get married. Please get him married. I am not happy because he is happy. He should get married. So who will say this thing? The mother. When you become somebody, thoughts will not stop happening. So what is the living in meditation? If we stop bringing our past in the present, we are nobody. And for that, in many of our talks, we have given this Diksha, Mantra Diksha. So, if we decide firmly that we will not talk anything, whatever good or bad has happened before 16th of March 2025. Thereby, we are nobody. Nobody has no thoughts. Therefore, the next adjustment in our day-to-day life is this. Try to remain as nobody, in other words, non-specific existence. Don't become anybody. The moment you become somebody, you have acquired a special status. The truth is not special. Like the space is not special. Whatever may be, whether temple or toilet, it makes no difference. It was not special. When we remain as nobody, we don't have the burden to carry that burden of somebody on our head. There is one old man, 98, very good friend. Recently I met him. Now he is 98, but he is a great retired judge. But with the children, he plays. On the TV, he sees the TV serials with the children. Cartoon shows going on, he also enjoys that. Eats everything. Just childlike. At the same time, when some legal matters comes, he is able to advise. So he is fit in every society. And as a result, everybody likes him. Because he has not become some extraordinary. He is so ordinary, he is one with everybody. Whether the children, or the teenagers, or the married, or the old people. But what happens normally when we are in front of the children, old people, then they become old. So who is the old person? He who has to teach to the others. So if the child is standing, where is standing? Sit down. So, the child is sitting. Where is sitting? Come on, stand up. Whatever they are doing, opposite. Because I am grown up, I have to teach. We are unable to merge with the things around us. Because we are someone special, extraordinary. And therefore, this understanding, we remain as nobody. So nobody has no past. Longer the past, more stronger the ego. Shorter the past, weaker the ego. Only today, zero past, no ego. If there are huge number of flowers, garland is very big. If small number of flowers, garland is small. If there is only one flower, can there be a garland? If we are living in utter today, we are living in meditation. So 4 points over, now the next one. Whenever we are sitting for chanting or listening satsanga, our one of the habit is we start planning, or we start not planning, we start um, deciding after meditation is over, I will do this, I will do that, I will do this, I will do that. And as a result, we are not in the present. This I am telling you from our own experience. When we are studying, so we have to wash our clothes, cold water bath, whenever sitting meditation. But why they don't keep the washing machines, We are here not for washing clothes. We are here for studying Vedanta. What kind of meditation it is? We have to remain in the utter present. Now be attentive. He who doesn't have the impact of the past and the future, he is no more anybody. Because past is a tense, future is a tense. When we have dropped both the tenses, present is also not a tense. Then it is not present, it is presence. Friends, mind survives on 3 diets. One is past memories, carbohydrates. Second is future worries, proteins. And in present, comparisons. Drop these 3 things. Past memories are dropped by taking a position of nobody. Future worries are dropped by leaving everything in the Lord's hand. Present comparison is not done by the Maha Mantra. Who asked you? We had retreat that time, that was better. This, who asked you? 3 things. Living with this understanding 24/7 is living in meditation. See, friends, when this is understood clearly, then you will come to know that when the mind stops moving in the past, future, or in the present comparison, the mind dissolves in consciousness. Because consciousness with objectivity is mind. Mind minus objectivity is consciousness. Don't try to understand and make a concept. This experience that we are in at this moment is our natural state. It is contaminated by the movement of the mind. And the mind moves because that is its nature. But we are the one who support or oppose that. Hold on to this 24/7. When we have this anchor in our own being, thereafter, yogarato va, bhogarato va, sangarato va, sangavihira. Whether you are in the company of somebody, whether you are alone, whether you are in activity or sitting quiet, everything is the same. Like for the space, all the contents are same. Nothing is rejected, but nothing contaminates the space. The waking and the dream do not add anything to me. The deep sleep and samadhi do not take away anything from me. They come and go like the fever. You observe, I haven't told you to do anything so far. Being is knowing. Becoming is doing. Being is man, becoming is husband. When we just be, like the space not opposed to anything, similarly, the good and the bad that is happening in this world, the waking, dream, deep sleep and samadhi comes and goes, none of them will ever touch us. the body disappears from the knowledge. And the knowledge reverts back to its natural state, the consciousness. Our asana is firm, steady, breathing is slow and shallow. This slow and shallow breathing is a master key to enter the unqualified being from the qualified body. If the breathing becomes deep, you are entering sleep. If the breathing becomes faster, you are getting identified with the body. So this slow and shallow breathing, without our efforts, it happens when understanding is corrected. Wrong notions are corrected not by doing something but by correct understanding. Similarly, we don't have to do anything, be the reality. Take a deep breath slowly, 2, 3 times. Offer everything at the feet of the Lord. Don't make any memory of this. If memory is made, it will become concept. Concepts are subject to change. Then your meditation will be every day, different names will be given. It is one without a second. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om